All right, I thought I had it pegged. I just got a box of the new Silver Mesa Solita. Turn the box over, Bob. Dummy. Red. It was Thursday when I got it. So we were on Chief Talk, and I decided I would smoke that because Chief wanted to smoke stuff that's soon to come to PCA, and so we just got it, and I thought I'd smoke it, and I smoked it, and it just kind of blew me away. It just knocked my socks off. It really did. It was crazy. I was having a hard time. I was actually at a loss for words. I was having a hard time trying to figure out exactly what I was tasting because the thoughts didn't make sense. But I kept thinking in the back of my mind that there was something different about this cigar that I have had before. And so I remembered back to when my great friend, Gary Brooks, sent me and Chief some of the TTT EX38s from, I think it was the Great Smoke of 21. And when I smoked that, the EX, I think, was extraterrestrial tobacco. It was just something different. It just didn't act like the rest. One of these things are not like the other, right? And I just kept having that flavor in my head. And so today I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? I've got one. I found one. And I'm gonna smoke it and see if it tastes like that one. Because my mom was like, it tastes just like that. So I did some research. Yeah, I can research. The DTT AX38. The wrapper is a Habano Sun-Grown 2000 from Ecuador. The binder is a San Andreas Negro. The filler is a combination of Nicaraguan and Costa Rican tobacco. The Solita Red, I would love to say, is a Habano Sun-Grown 2000 Ecuador, San Andreas Negro binder, and Nicaraguan Costa Rican tobacco. And then I would be like breaking news nobody had thought about, right? I would be special. My mom thinks I am. She did. Wore the football helmet, wasn't on the team. Anyway, it's not. The wrapper is a dark rosado grade 1 Ecuador, which I'm going to talk to you about in just a second. The binder's San Andreas Negro Capote. So the binders are both Mexican San Andreas. The filler is 4 Nicaraguan and Pennsylvania. So there is Nicaraguan in both, but not enough of a blend comparison for me to say, well, it's the blend. That's why it tastes that way. So, does this taste like the red? Because in my mind, it tasted just like the red. You know what? It doesn't. It has that experientialness to it. But this was such an extreme experience that I'm not used to experiencing. That's when my mind went back to another time where there was something of the same magnanimosity, the same level, the same peculiarity, the same, God, dog it, this is good. And I got to cut it with my DTT cutter. I can't cut it with anything else. You find that plus side. Let's plus that thing out. This thing blew me away. I am not one to say this is going to be my number one cigar of 2025 because we have so much more 2025 left. Let me find a dang lighter, shall I? 2025 left that to say that I could say that I got 50 dang lighters here and not one of them seemed to be full. There we go. All right, let's toast this thing up. So, I don't like doing the This is going to make my list. I try not to. But I'm going to tell you, for something to knock this one out of its spot, it's going to have to be on game. It's going to have to be on point because this thing, first of all, tasted so good. It did. It tasted so amazing. Look at the smoke coming off of this thing. It's a smoke monster. The that one little spot. Got it. Oh, jeez. The flavors were amazing. But let's be honest. There's a lot of cigars. There's a number of cigars. There's a few cigars. The flavors are amazing. From other different manufacturers. Multiple manufacturers have amazing cigars. They don't make my list. They're amazing, but okay. But then you couple amazingness with the singularity of experience. I'm telling you, this smoke has little hands with warm mittens on it that when you draw it into your mouth, it just kind of hugs the inside of your taste buds. It just says, hello, how are you? It's just... And the flavor is so unique. You get your cedars a little bit. You get your espresso notes. You get a tartness, which is kind of rare. Not a tinniness, but a tartness, like that ting when you eat Greek yogurt. That leftover ting. You get that ting. Maybe some dark cocoa, some bitter dark cocoa. Maybe some leathers. There's an inherent sweetness that some people could say is beefy or golden raisins. But there's one flavor that, if this was a car, and I'm on a car lot, and I'm looking at that sticker thing which gives me all the options, if the flavors were the options on the car, if this option came up, that would not be a selling point for me. It would not be I got to have it because it's got the heated and cooled cup coasters, so I can keep my coffee hot and my soda cold, right? I mean, all right, that's cool. But it would not be something that'd be like, oh, I got to have that, right? But this flavor in balance is so out of left field, but it makes so much sense. Like Reese's peanut butter cups. You know, remember the old commercials? You're that old. Who put your you put your chocolate in my peanut butter? No, you put your peanut butter in my chocolate. And then you got all mad and then you ate it and it was delicious. There was a time that there was not peanut butter cups. This, I don't know what it is. There's no information to tell me. There is actually maybe it's in the wrapper. That flavor, I'm gonna tell you. And you're going to look at me like an idiot. It's not pencil lead. All right. It's not hibiscus from the first season after the second frost. You know, it's not that. But it's an. Oh my God. I didn't want to say it on Chief Talk either. Because it just sounds so out there. It has an evergreen quality. Piney, Christmas tree, sap on the fingers a little bit, smell of messing with green pine needles. It's just different. And that's what I taste. Now, this cigar has the wrapper, which is a dark Rosado Grade 1 Ecuador. And if I'm not mistaken, I've heard Steve Saka talk about this. I mean, Steve will, if he watches this, hey, Steve, he probably ain't going to watch it. If he watches this, he will comment if I'm wrong. And I'm cool with that. I'd rather be wrong and have the truth come out than have somebody say my feelings and I'm telling people wrong things. But that wrapper is interesting because sometimes it's red, it's ruddy. Sometimes it's dark brown. Sometimes it's a little light brown. And there's a variation, a broad spectrum variation in color. And so manufacturers don't want to use that tobacco because it's a wrapper, and then you've got all sorts of different colored, very varied colored, and it's hard to put them on the same box. And it's just so what they do is they cook it. There's a word for it, I forget what it is, and they kind of just overdo it and they make it dark, just so it's all the same. But in doing that, you've actually destroyed that uniqueness of the flavors for the sake of having the same colors. Steve's like, bruh, no. I would rather have a cigar that doesn't look exactly like the cigar next to it, and it tastes delicious and delightful and wonderful, than to have them all the same and not be as exquisite on the palate as possible. Thanks, Steve. Because that crown, that now Solita, first Sobremesa, was his first logo. Came from a defunct logo that he just loved. He paid some guy tons of money to make the molds, to make the stamps, to make the this and that. He's told that story before. And that logo, that band, I have an affection for because the Elegante and Cedro, the Sobremesa, the original first run Elegante and Cedro, the big one with the cedar on it, in Cedro, has been my staple forever. I love that cigar. I love a lot of Saka cigars. I do. I love the Sin Compromiso. I love the Stillwell line, Polpetta, Mi Querida. Let's not even get into Unicorns and Moisture de Saka line, and all the different ones. I mean, there's not many that don't G and Hall. The Wagashi, right? The Wagashi's got that band. The Brulee Blue's got that band. The Brulee has got that band. The Sobermesa's got that band. So there's a lot behind that band. But I'm going to tell you, it doesn't taste exactly like a Saka blend. I'm not saying Saka didn't blend it. But all blenders have a style, and this style is a little bit different, and it's just as amazing. It's just as riveting to the palate as everything else. I knew that when I was smoking it on Chief Talk that I was going to have to review it fast. Because this needs to get out. People need to know about this cigar. I really think that if you like a medium to full, solid smoke, slight pepper, darker flavors with something extra, you're going to really love this. I think you are. So. Is it the DTT EX38? Nope. Did I clickbait you with the picture? Maybe. But I did it out of love because I just wanted you to see this video because I think this cigar is going to make your world just a little bit better, going to make your peace a little bit more peaceful, going to make your hard times a little bit easier, going to make your celebrations a little bit better. It's going to make you smile whether you want to or not because this thing tastes good. So that's it. Fantastic. I'll see you later. Man, I love you. Have a great day. You deserve it. Steve, you just keep bringing the bangers. I can't wait to see what's coming up in PCA. He says he's got 4 releases this year. This is 1. So, on deck for 2, 3, and 4. We'll see you later. Later, Tater.